Do you have any idea what this is? This is our baptism font. And it's really cool because it's not just an ornament. It looks like it's just this solid thing that's supposed to be decorative, doesn't it? But it's a secret. Check this out. It has a secret compartment, and this comes off. And what goes in there, do you think? Water. There's not any water in there right now, is there? Because we're not ready to do our baptism, but at our next service, we're going to baptize baby Catherine. You know who baby Catherine is, also, a.k.a. baby Jesus in the Christmas pageant. Remember her? Yeah. Baby Catherine is getting baptized today. What does baptized mean? Do you know? Who was baptized in the Bible that we remember the most? Jesus. Jesus was baptized. Do you remember who baptized him? Oh, you guys! Yay! Give it up for them! You teaching them. Y'all teaching them. You know why they're teaching you? You just said John? You didn't even look at Madeline. Wasn't even. You knew it though, because y'all both said it at the same time. You weren't looking at each other, so you didn't like see her lips go John. You knew John. John the Baptist, who was actually Jesus' cousin. You remember that? He baptized Jesus, and when Jesus came up out of the water, do you remember what happened? There was a dove that came down, and the dove said, "This is my beloved Son." It was God speaking through the dove. "This is my beloved Son in whom I am well pleased." Pay attention to what he has to say, because he's special. Do you remember that? And do you know what, Madeline? When you were a baby, you were baptized standing right next to this font. Well, you weren't standing. I was holding you. Mom and Daddy were standing, and I don't know who. Grandma, were you standing too, or just Mom and Daddy? I don't remember. Sometimes I don't remember. We were here. Who was here when Madeline was baptized? You remember? Yeah, well, you were an itty bitty baby. Now you were baptized in Stony Creek at your other church that you were at for a while. And so your people and your family there stood before you. And people said, "I promise on behalf of the body of Christ." Now, not just this church promising, but on behalf of the body of Christ, which is everybody who believes in Jesus, "I promise that I'm going to help raise up that child, so that they can know about Jesus." So who taught you that John the Baptist baptized Jesus? Do you know? Was it Miss Phil maybe? Or maybe it was Miss Lisa? Or maybe it was Miss Vicky? You had Miss Vicky? Maybe it was Miss Brenda when you were little? Or maybe it was me? Who had an opportunity? Who's ever taught them a lesson before? In Sunday school, Bible school, anything? Yeah. Who's ever taught them a song? Who's ever patted them on the head and told them how pretty or how handsome or active they are? Who's here has ever looked at them and thought, "Man, they're so awesome. They're one of ours." Who's ever thought that? Yeah. And you know why? Because they made a promise. They made a promise to God to help raise the children in this church. And it's an awesome promise. So today at 11 o'clock, you should come back and help make the promise for Catherine and her family as they join the church and as we baptize baby Catherine, because we're going to answer for the body of Christ again that yes, we're going to help raise her up. So maybe at some point you'll have the chance to tell baby Catherine that Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. Maybe you'll have a chance to hold her one day. Or maybe when she gets a little older, you'll have the chance to chase her, because I know that's what you like to do, run and run and run. Or maybe because you're big and strong, you'll push her on the swing when she's a little bit older. Maybe. And I know you, because did you see her last Sunday with little Leona, that little girl that Mike and Mariella are taking care of? She just came right up to Madeline. "Madeline, you have a way of loving on the little ones, and they know they can trust you." How do you know how to do that? Do you know how? Jesus, that's how you know. Because you have Jesus in you. So, anytime that you see this baptism font with its secret compartment inside, where we're going to have water in a little while, you remember that you were baptized too. And that you are part of what God is doing in this church and in this community. And you are very important to God. Will you remember that? And maybe if you walk in the rain, instead of going, "Oh man, I got so wet," maybe you'll just go, I'm going to give God thanks for my baptism, because being wet reminds me that Jesus baptized me and washed away all my sins. Maybe you'll remember that and you'll say, I give God thanks for my baptism. Will you remember that? There you go. I hope so. Let's pray. Dear God, we love you. Thank you for our baptism. Thank you for loving us, for teaching us, for helping us grow. Help us some more, God, because we got some more growing to do. Help us to love you.